What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Chelsea Fan TV. Welcome back to another episode of the Blue Balls podcast. I think this is episode 5. Yeah, Kev's just disappeared, but he'll be back in a little sec. That's all good. Big up everybody that's in here, though. It's been a pretty boring international break, which is just typical. But I think the break has been needed. I think the break has definitely been needed, especially with the last few weeks and with all the fixtures that we have yet to come. You guys already know what we're facing: Brighton, Brentford, Liverpool, Arsenal, the Madrid double, and all of that. It's going to be a long month, but you guys already know where to be for all the latest and all the news and topics surrounding Chelsea right here on Chelsea Fan TV. So like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and check out everyone's socials. Name is literally here on the bio. So do what you got to do. And for today, we're going to be doing tier list rankings, because there's not really a lot of topics to get into. We might discuss the whole situation regarding Stamford Bridge and where Chelsea could potentially be playing for the next few seasons while we renovate the bridge. But other than that, we're just going to get into keep, sell, or loan tier list rankings. So you guys already know how this works. The whole squad's going to be put out, Graham Potter as well. We're going to discuss their season so far and what we would like to do with them for next season. If you guys agree or disagree with any of our thoughts, let us know down in the comment section below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe and check out everyone's socials if you haven't done so already. Fata, what were you saying, my guy? You all good?
Yeah, all good. Apart from this international break, it's kind of dead at the moment. But yeah, it's been quite interesting few days actually. I've been player watch for other peoples that play in their respective countries, but yeah, hopefully they can keep their form back into the club games though. But yeah, hopefully good.
Love to hear it. Ben as well. What are you telling me, my guy? You all good?
Yeah, clearly I've had a bit of spare time on my own birthday to come and record this. No days off. No days off. No days off. Thank you. Wow, that's what I've just done there. Right, yeah, I'm already.
It's all right.
No. Yeah, man. So yeah, just been keeping to myself. Thankfully, I've had this in the middle of the international breaks. I've actually had something to look forward to. But then back to business when we go to Villa at home.
Exactly that again. Happy birthday, my brother. Hope you enjoyed the whole celebration tonight and in the weekend as well.
You know I am.
Every time, bro. Last but not least, Kev, what were you saying, my guy?
I'm sorry about the connection issues. I literally just had to reconnect, pick me off for some reason. But apart from that, all good. Looking forward to this mid-table clash weekend against Villa. I'll get some stick from the lads if Villa overtake us, so it can't happen. So hopefully,
you're based in Birmingham, aren't you?
I'm not based in Birmingham, but I'm from Birmingham. I live a bit further up north, but still got some friends from down in that area that are massive Villa fans. So
yeah, it's a bigger game for you.
Hey, big game for me. It's like a local derby for me. Villa and Wolves, especially. I always get it in the neck if we lose. So hopefully the lads can bring the goods home, bring the 3 points back, and open up a little 6-point gap. Mid-table.
Let's hope so. Right. We'll get into the tier list. Let me put it up on the big screen for you guys. Like we said earlier, there are 4 categories. Keep at all costs, last chance, loan, and sell. And yeah, plenty to get into. I will start with the first one. Who do we have? Who have I got? Koulibaly. I know it's his first season and everything, but with how well everyone else has been, the fact that he's 31 and he's on 300k a week, and I think he's already a bench option for us, I think we'd be better off just cashing in our losses and selling if an opportunity comes. What are you guys thinking?
Oh, I agree.
Wow.
I mean, especially with Badashile at the club now as well. Yeah, I just don't see the point of Koulibaly. Like, I think we signed too late.
I think he should have at least at the end of the season, but from what I've seen so far, hasn't been nowhere near it. I think he's probably had about 3 good games and the rest has been poor. So, like you said, Lewis, if there was an opportunity,
harsh. I'd say 3 good games is harsh. Come on.
yeah. If there were opportunities to come up to sell him, cash in, get a good 20-30 million pound for him, let's get him gone. He obviously he's 32 as well, so he's not really that age where we can improve him. I think you'll see looking at the end product there. So if we can get, like I said, 20-30s, get him gone.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I wish there's a bench category, but other than that, I would give him just because it's his first season. I'm always having the players given the second chance, but hopefully next season is his last chance.
Okay, so you got 1 for last chance, I think 3 for sell. Even if it's a bench option will be just as fine to keep. So just keep that one in mind. But for Koulibaly, I would have to put him down at the sell for me. Just not been good enough this season compared to the likes of Afana Badiashile, who have come in their first season and have literally set the world alight. So yeah, Koulibaly goes into sell. Fata, you have Aspi. What's your thoughts on Aspi, and would you keep sell?
Unfortunately, he hasn't gone well for him this season. Love the guy; he's won everything in his locker now, and unfortunately, this is the last dance for him. And I think it's time for him to pack the bags and leave the Stamford Bridge. Unfortunately, this season, so sell.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. It'd be like a respectful, like, you're a legend, all of that. We respect you, but yeah, your time's come. Your time's come. Ben, Kev, what are you guys feeling?
I'd keep him in the club for like that, the range of seniority. But I wouldn't put him in the team if that makes sense. Like have him behind the scenes somewhere, maybe playing the odd game. But I think he's good to keep, but not for anything to do with like the first team. Like as a major first team player or as a super sub, but just there to share the experience and, again, that level of seniority at the club, leader.
That's a fair point, to be fair. We do still need some leadership within the club. Might be worth as a bench option, maybe. Kev, what are you feeling?
I think I had some respect for Dave. I think it's probably time for him to go back to Spain. I think he was close to going to Barcelona. Started the season and we never let him go, and it's just been a disaster for him, really. We're not seeing that Dave. Call it 3-4 years ago, the player was unbeatable. You couldn't get around him one-on-ones. He was probably the hardest defender to beat. Now it seems like anyone can run things around him. I think it's best he goes back to Spain, finish his career off. So for me personally, thank you for your fantastic service, Dave. But see you later. Also, I'd sell.
So we got 3 for basically sell then. All right, we got 2 in sell already. No one really stays in. Ben, you've got Madueke, but I feel like this is more of an easier one because he's only just come in.
Well, yeah, give him a chance.
Yeah, I think we'll all be in
I've seen who's next.
I know you wanted Kai, but yeah, it was a random pick. So
that was a tactical disconnection from Kev there. Like just to say that's from slander and a bit of abuse. He disconnected the PC. Like went, nope, I'll come back when it's Havertz. Oh yeah, I get to talk about Havertz now. Yeah, you look at me.
Kev, what are you feeling for Kai though? Would you give him a last chance? Would it be a keep, or would you just want to cut your losses?
I said it a few weeks ago. I said he's got this is his time now. I think he's got till now of the season to prove himself. Talking, if we had to say the transfer window was now the last day of the transfer window is right now, I'd keep him. Going off the last month or so, I think he has stepped up a tiny bit. But is he going to give you consistent performances? I don't think he is. He's had his chances over the last 3 seasons and he's just too inconsistent. But like I said, if he can conform now to the end of the season and he can give us the goals and assists and the work rate, what he's been doing the last month, by all means, keep him. So I'd probably say last chance.
Last chance. All right. Me, I'm kind of on the sell thing with him. Like, I think the last few games have been good, but I still need to see a little bit more. If the window is open right now, I'd say sell. Fata, what are you saying? What's your thoughts?
Oh, it's been a weird one. He always performs quietly in the first half of the season, but then in the second half he's kind of like coming to life now. But we've seen that for the last 2 seasons now, where he's been again the quiet harvest, and the second half of the season kind of kicked in. But I'll give him the last chance as well for next season.
Last chance. All right, and Ben, what are you saying?
Get him gone. Get him gone, bruv. Like he's the most overprotected player at this club, by the way, just because of the Champions League winning goal. You know, that's obviously a fact. And that allows him to drop stinkers week in, week out. You know, if this season started a month ago, I might say keep him at all costs. But you've got to look at the longer term aspects. Yeah, all right. Loads of people will say, oh, but he scored 3 in 3. No, he scored about 3 in 14. What happened to the 10 games before that he didn't score on? What, do they just get negated and don't count? No. Like, he's too inconsistent for my liking. I still don't like him when he's on the field, you know, when he gets bullied off the ball, gives the ball away quite a bit. You know, that's about it. And it's like I said, with Nkunku coming in next season, I see no reason at all to keep Kai.
If there's an offer coming this summer, then you will just have to let
him gone. Get rid of him.
Obviously, we've got to mention that Tuchel's obviously taken over at Bayern. And
Yeah,
I did
he
say
needs
a few weeks ago, Muller apparently is coming to the end of his time there. He'd be the ideal replacement for Muller there, and I could see him performing in that German league in that team, especially under manager and also.
Yeah, Bayern don't want him.
But brother,
Tommy scenario is that he goes to Bayern.
Tommy Tuchel literally went to Bayern and said, "Oh, anything? Oh, that Kai Havertz, I've managed him. Nah, you don't want that."
Yeah, Bayern didn't want him before that because they got too many 10s. They got Muller, they got Musiala. I think there's another 10 that they have that I can't recall the name of. So
Gnabry.
Who?
No, Gnabry's a winger.
Yeah, no, not Gnabry. Maybe it's Gravenberch. I'm not sure.
Isn't 8 Gravenberch? He's been on the bench.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure. But yeah, Kev, you said last chance for Havertz, right?
Last chance, yeah.
Last chance.
We have Havertz in last chance. Right, so I've got Lewis Hall.
Ooh.
I think a loan would be best for him, to be honest. Like, he's looked good in the games I've seen him in. On the left, in midfield, I don't really think he's too cut out for that. But yeah, he needs more game time. I think a loan would be best for him. What are you guys saying?
I agree. I think the competition is too tough on that left-hand side, especially with the likes of Chilwell coming back from injury. He's looking good now, and also Cucurella though.
All right, cool. So we got Lewis Hall in the loan army. I think that will be fair for him. Fata, you have Badiashile. Again, new signing. I think this is an easy one.
Keep it all costs. I think when I saw his debut, I thought he looked so composed. He's been magnificent. I think only keeping like a couple of clean sheets while his start as a starter, but he's a looking good, bright future for him.
Yeah, I see that. Ben, thoughts on no, Badiashile. Like, to be honest, we're all in agreement on that one. We don't really need to say
all costs.
Yeah, keep it all costs. Ben, we'll stick with you though, because you have Trevor Chalobah.
Keep it all costs. I'll keep him at all costs. He's a young defender, good backup in case an injury's there. You know, you got to look at squad depth, and you know, Trevor Chalobah probably is one of the better players to have a squad depth. You know, he's still learning. You know, he's coming into his own in big games as well now. He's dropping good performances. I don't see why he goes anywhere else but keep at all costs.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. There's just been questions about keeping needing to sell players, and apparently, like, the Cobham graduates are the easiest to sell because they got no buy. Yeah. Well, we haven't spent any money on them in it, so I don't know. I think a couple of them might leave, but I'm with you where Chalobah would be one of those that I'd want to keep.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'll put Chalobah up into the keep at all costs factor. Ben, no, you had Trev. We already done you. Kev, you have João Felix. This one's more like just or sell because he's already on loan.
Said it last week. He's got his time to prove himself. I think what we've seen so far, he looks a brilliant player. The way he can He's a bit like Hazard, in a sense where he gets into them attacking midfield positions. He's got the skill, he's got the quality, left foot, right foot. Still doesn't assist enough for me. I think he can still be a bit more brutal in that sense. But if we, like I said, if the transfer window is open right now and the right figure was available to keep him, I'd keep him at all costs. I think he's got that much swag about him to keep him. Considering we had Werner last year that could hit a fucking barn door, and we've got Felix that looks like he's got that tricky with that skill, a bit of vision as well. I'm sure in a full season, I'm sure that he'll do the business. So for me personally, I'd keep him at all costs.
Keep at all costs, yeah. With you on that one. Anyone have any differing opinions on João Felix?
I'd be stupid if I did.
I wish there's another category for him, like the best attacker. So I would, but yeah, I think it's been great.
Is a good enough. Yeah, I mean, he's like literally
great. I mean, he is the only attack. Well, no, Madueke's in there. My bad. But yeah, point still stands. Still keeping him. We're still keeping him.
Yeah. Right.
So who do I have now? Ben Chilwell. Yeah. Chilwell keep at all costs. That guy's been so good since coming back from injury. If I know Man City have interest in him, I need to hear 80 million as a minimum before we have the conversation. If everyone wants to hype up English prices, we can do it too. But anyone got any question marks on Ben Chilwell, or are we happy with him up there?
Yeah, keep him up there, bro.
The best left back in the league, probably the best left back in the world in full form. It's quality.
If we can keep this kind of like performance week in, week out without getting any injuries, I think we might see him in that best left back in the Premier League, arguably.
Well, with Cancelo gone, there's no debate.
There's a reason why the best team in England won him. Big reason for that. Fata, you got another easy one. Reece James.
Oh, keep it all costs. Future captain material.
Yeah, that's very easy. I don't think we even need to discuss that one. Here's a good one though. Ben, we'll go for you. Kovacic. What would you do with Kovacic? 1 year left on his deal. I don't think he's been amazing this season. Good the last few games, but that's about it. Would you keep or would you cash in?
If a good enough offer comes in, I'd say cash in. But if it's not what we need, keep him. Like I'd say keep. There should be another category. Like it should be called like keep, but sell for right price, or sell for right price, basically. Which basically means we're going to keep them until we get the right offer. And I think he qualifies for that one because he's very good squad depth. He pushes, he presses, he's talented.
Tell you what, sell immediately, and underneath this loan one, we're going to add another row, and we'll do sell for a good. Because I actually think that's a good shout.
Sell. Oh, come on, you can do this, Lewis.
So if we get a good offer, yeah. There it is.
And with that in mind, is there anybody else up here that you would put in that category?
Nah.
You're pretty bang on there.
Kai Havertz.
Havertz maybe. I think the rest of them I'd just keep in general. Yeah. Kev, that one was you. So do you want to keep Havertz in last chance or good offer?
Last chance, because like I said, if he knows, we could be saying sell him now, but he could come up with the goods to the end of the season. So this is his last chance there to go on a consistent run. And if he does come up with the goods, keep him at all costs. But from what we've seen so far, it's in between the both, personally.
All right, cool. We'll keep him in there then. We'll stay with you, Kev, because you've got Ruben. I think he's a good squad player. The wages are a bit too much for someone you want on a squad role, but
yeah. I just think he's not. I just don't think he's good enough. I think when he first come into the team, I think we seen that player what drives forward and that can get up the pitch with the ball, but just not seeing it as much recently. Too much injuries. Considering he's a squad player, he gets too many injuries. Like he doesn't even play a consistent 10 games and he's injured. Yeah, I have to
Well,
admit,
you
Ben
don't
looks
need a bench player to play that much. That's the only thing.
Yeah, but I think he's better suited to a mid-table team. I think he was at Fulham good 3 seasons ago. He was at Palace a couple of seasons ago. He looked brilliant because he's getting a run of games. I don't think he's going to get that at us. So I think sell if we get a good offer.
All right, cool. Ben, you
I don't
look
think
like
it's
you
going to sell
didn't agree.
immediately. I think if we've got a good offer for him, I think we should just cash in on him.
Ben, what were you saying, man?
The
Ben looks disappointed.
disrespect on my boy like that. The utter disrespect. No, keep him at all costs, bruv. Keep him at all costs. He's physical.
Is this got anything to do with your dog?
No.
Oh, you don't call Ruben, yeah?
Listen, Ruben whiffed his cheek, all right? It has nothing to do with this. This has to do with, like, this guy's a baller. I respect him as a player. And I think that he's got the physicality that we need for the tougher games. And he can actually show that he played well. You know, he played well in Dortmund, didn't he? He played well. Yeah, no. Yeah, he did. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
There
He's have a good one.
He's still, you know,
Leicester as well. There's a couple good games. He's got good games. He's got bad games in him, but that's what you have.
But he's a bit more. He does have more consistency to him. You know, I would keep him. You know, then that's why I put Kovacic in the sell if we get a good offer, because my plan is on keeping Ruben. Ruben is a baller, and I ain't hearing nothing else about it.
Sell Kova, keep Ruben.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fato, what's your thoughts?
I'd give Ruben a last chance for next season because I feel like the competition will be tough next season. You got Nkunku coming in as well, possibly getting another midfielder and lots of, you know, I heard names like Lavia, Cody Akone as well in that midfield. But last chance for Ruben Loftus-Cheek next season.
The disrespect.
I hear that. So we're going to keep him on sell if we get a good offer, though. It's back to me. Who do I have? Thiago Silva. Yeah, just keep it all. No point. Right. On to Fata. Yeah, that Thiago Silva. Like he needs less words than Reece James does. Just whatever contract you want. Have an 8-year deal, 300k a week. Do what you want. I don't care. Fata, you have Sterling. This is an interesting one because I think he's likely to stay anyway. But if we got a good offer, I feel like there would be fans out there that would want us to cash in. What are you feeling? Would you keep? Would you sell?
I think I would like to keep him. I do feel possibly kind of like I feel like for him, because he's been played out of position a couple of times this season, even on the Potter was kind of like really confused me a lot most of the times. But I just think we just need to keep him on all costs, just because he's intentionally said that he wanted to win the Champions League with Chelsea from the start of the season. So yeah, hopefully we'll make his dream come true.
And he's running down the way.
All right, cool. Anyone got any other thoughts on Raheem Sterling? Would you want to sell him or would you want to keep him?
I'd sell if you got a good offer.
You'd sell if you got a good offer. He hasn't really hit the lights for you this season.
I don't think I never really rated him at City. I just think he was playing in a brilliant team, and he could pick up positions to score goals, playing with the likes of David Silva, De Bruyne. The list goes on. So maybe it made him look a better player. There's been games this season where he's just been not good enough. He hasn't got on the board as much as you'd like to. You know, okay, he scored vital goals against Dortmund. Or has he done enough to play? Has he done enough? I don't think he has, personally. I don't see anything brilliant at all.
Do you not feel like, though, if we manage to get a good squad, though, you'd be able to get that sort of level out of Raheem Sterling? Because I'm with you where I think he's not really the sort of guy who carries a team on his back. But when you have a complete squad, I think he's one of your best players in that team.
I think what you do need is kind of like a striker that can get the best out of him, because he's a PNP player at the end of the day.
Man.
Yeah, that's the guy. Osimhen or Tony. Oh, if we got Tony, actually. I can't dream. Can't dream.
Either one of those two, Tony or Osimhen.
Wait,
Yeah.
I'd take Tony at the club. I want someone to go to the casinos with after a game.
He should not step anywhere near a casino. That brother is dangerous in there. Too dangerous. Yeah, okay. So we got Sterling at keeper all costs. I think it's you. No, you. That was you, Fata. So Ben, you have Wesley Fofana.
Keeper all costs, bruv. He is amazing, bro. Like when he is actually fully fit and playing, you can see that's why he got picked over Koundé and all that. Like he's a good defender. I like him if I haven't given that away.
Yeah. I think Wes, we're all in agreement for Wes. We don't need to discuss that too much, do we?
Moving from your grave.
Yeah. In fact, the next one, it's another easy one. Kev Mudryk. I think just another one stays.
Keep at all costs, because literally, like I said, he's probably just coming out his pre-season. Hasn't really been given a chance yet. From what I've seen of him at Shakhtar Donetsk, he looked a good player. He came on against Liverpool, absolutely run the show there as well. So there is a player there. Just think he needs some game time and some confidence. And I think we can bring out a good player there. So definitely keep at all costs.
Yeah, I hear that. Right, who do I have? Pulisic.
Straight down to the bottom.
Nah, one above.
Straight down to the bottom, bro.
So if we get it, I'm between one of these two, innit? Because now we have Mudryk and we have Sterling that can compete on the left, and then we have Madueke and Sterling who can compete on the right. There's not really a lot of room for Pulisic. Yeah, I'd sell immediately. Like Pulisic's path and progress his pathway into the squad is just a lot more cramped now. I don't think he's set the world alight at Chelsea. Injuries have played a big factor with him, but it's just unfortunate. Still doesn't make too much of a difference in terms of
Unless we go into another lockdown.
Yeah. If we get into another lockdown, maybe keep him. But as for now, I think Pulisic wants to leave. It makes perfect sense anyway, so we might as well just let it happen.
The thing is, Pulisic is, I think he just will have 5-6 good games, and then the 7th game is injured again, and he'll have to play for another 2-3 more games to get to that standard. Get to a good 5 more games again, and then he's injured again. He's just too injury prone and too inconsistent. So, you know, and he's a bit lightweight as well. I think he gets pushed off the ball too easy, and he's a bit like a radar. When he gets into positions, you know he's going to pass it back. He never really shoots. He's not really like driven enough to get them goals. So, you know, if the offer came in, bang, get him gone back to Germany, wherever he wants to go, just get him gone. 100%.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Fata, you have Hudson-Odoi.
It's time to say goodbye. Tell immediately.
Yeah, he's not even pulling up trees for what's his name, Leverkusen. Not hearing anything about him. He's an unused sub in most games. It is what it is. It's time to go. It's time to go. Rest in peace, Claude.
Rest in peace, Claude.
Yeah. It's actually, I think this is the anniversary of his passing as well. So yeah, rest in peace.
Oh, great! Yeah, make my day feel so much better, boy.
Hey,
wow!
I mean, big up Claude. He's a lovely guy.
Yeah, big up to Claude. Man. Big up to Claude. But yeah, no one's got any disagreements on this anyway. Like, I don't think anyone's still riding the Cho wave in 2023.
No. I know one person, but
yeah. He's on his own. He is on his own.
He's a Luton fan. Makes sense.
Hey, he might go to Luton. He might go to Luton.
Dream come true.
Dream come true, Shades. Big up. Right. Ben, you have Cucurella. Been a bit of a tough season for him.
He's picked up at left centre back, but realistically, left back, Lewis Hall can do the job. Chilwell's on fire. He's literally secured that place, like first name on the team sheet with his recent performances. And 60 million for Cucurella was a bit questionable to begin with, but I haven't seen it in him other than when he went into left centre back. Maybe as a left centre back, keep him, but not as a left back.
That's the thing, because I'm thinking Lewis Hall goes on loan, so then you're going to need left back depth anyway.
Brother, I'd sooner trust Emerson at left back than Cucurella. Left centre back, I'll keep him, but I don't rate Cucurella like that as a left back. And realistically, his season overall, if you look at it as a whole, has been dreadful. It's, when you look at it long term, it's been dreadful. Like I said, if we start this season, a month ago, if it start the season a month ago, this list would be very chopped and changed. It'll be a complete different list, but it's the whole season, and that's what we've got to judge on. And Cucurella has not been nicked this whole season, so
I don't think I've ever seen more of a negative player than Cucurella against West Ham away the season. I think he probably made about 20 back passes and about 10 sideways passes for a £60 million player. Like, wow. Like, either his confidence is gone or he just doesn't know how to pass forward. Like,
that's why they're now trying to pass back to Kepa and all that.
I can't lie, I would give him last chance.
I wouldn't.
To be fair, last chance I'd be with you on that one, but we'll stick with what Ben said. We'll keep Ben's opinion.
Yeah.
Kev, you have a Aubameyang.
Don't even get me started on this one.
Should I just sell immediately? I said keep out.
Nah, mate, he's sell immediately. Not even sell him. Just get his contract.
Wow.
And drive him to the freaking airport. Pack your bags, go to Barcelona. See you later, mate. If you want to be in the change rooms with him,
do you feel though that Aubameyang's been a victim of poor creativity? Though, do you feel
absolutely?
Like
it's a bit of both. Poor creativity, but where is your passion to get on the ball? Like, do you think? Okay, I come from a total different era to you. That probably I was watching Chelsea when we had Hasselbank and players like that. I mean, 20 years ago. Do you think Hasselbank would moan about creativity? No, he wouldn't. He'd get on the ball because he's fighting for the badge. You know what I mean? He'd do everything to get on that ball, even if it means kicking someone out the way to get on the ball. He'd get on that ball. Aubameyang, he's too busy with his head down, and it doesn't look like at all like he wants to get on the ball. So if he doesn't want to be with us, we've got to let him go. And his performances have obviously shown that, and his pride to wear the badge has shown that as well. So it's a recipe for disaster, and it hasn't been a disaster. Got to let him go. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, Oba was going anyway in Suarez. It's like one of the easiest picks to make. But yeah. I'm with you. There's not really anything worth keeping him for. Who do I have? Enzo. Whatever. Go back to keep at all costs. We move on. There's no point discussing. I'm getting some very easy ones today. I swear. I need something that's a bit more of a discussion topic. I'm not going to move them around. Fata, you have Zakaria. It's not really a loan,
isn't he? I think it's going to be going back though.
Yeah, so you keep or sell immediately, basically.
I'll sell him immediately. But if we get a proper DM this summer, like Lavia Coney, I think he's gone.
Sorry.
Yeah, he was a panic buy anyway. So I'm not too shocked by that. Is what it is. He's not been bad, but victim of circumstance. Like, we've got too many midfielders already. We're already looking at a bunch of midfielders. We don't really have time to think about him. He hasn't been amazing enough for us to really consider keeping him. So yeah, I think that would work out just fine. Ben, you have Amari Hutchinson. What are you doing with Amari?
He's loan, I'd say. Youth, send him out. Don't get rid of him, but just.
He was just about to join West Bromwich, but the paperwork never went through in time, and I think that would be an ideal bit of business.
No, they went for a permanent option instead. I forgot who they got, but they went for a permanent option to give him on loan.
There's a player there. I think it just needs to be in part of the first team setup, and just know where he's starting every week and give him a good run to see what he's capable of doing. He's coming on within the last 10 minutes. You're not going to see what he's capable of doing. So get him in a championship team, get him in a consistent running games, and then we can see him for the season after, But I think for now it's a bit too early for him to start seeing first team at us.
With you on that. So Kev, will stick with you. Kepa,
Oh.
good season by his standards, but what are you feeling?
Fighting back to Spain, it is for Kepa. Look, as much he can pull off world class saves. I think he has got the mouth, but on a consistent basis, he's let us down so many times. The last game against Everton could have got down to that a lot quicker. The corner kick could have been more commanding on it. It's just the same old shit. And considering the episode we had under Sarri 3 years ago, and we kept with him, stuck with him, and us fans wanted him to improve, and he hasn't done it, and we're still stuck with him. And I think it's time for him to go on now. I think it's time for us now to cash in and get an absolute world-class shot stopper, world-class keeper that's going to take us to the next level.
So what are you saying? Sell immediately or sell with a good offer?
Sell immediately. There's nothing. No,
sell immediately. Does anyone have any disagreements? Because I wouldn't mind him as a number 2 if we got a number 1 in. But I don't think either Kepa or Mendy should be our pick.
No.
I wouldn't mind either for him to be the second string goalkeeper.
Because I don't think we get 2 goalkeepers in the summer. I think we get 1. I don't mind Kepa being number 2. Mendy we can't have.
I think it can be good in penalties situation. For example, like penalty shootout.
Yeah, have him in the role Tuchel did last season.
A good cup keeper.
Yeah, little cup keeper.
I'll keep Mendy. I'll keep Mendy over Kepa. 100%.
Really? How come? Kev, how come you feel that way?
Oh, Mendy.
Yeah.
I think he's a better shot stopper, more commanding, and he's got a better attitude. I don't know what it is, Kepa. There's something strikes me with him. I think he's a bit arrogant for what he really is. And does
it have anything to do with a certain Carabao Cup final by any chance?
Yeah, that still plays in my mind. I still have nightmares over that one. Total disrespect to the club, disrespect to the manager. We should have got him gone then, but like I said,
I rate him. He told Sarri to shush. Rate that.
Yeah. He didn't come off. Basically, he told him to come off, and he freaking stayed on the pitch, which is any other team. He should have just got him gone. I think Mendy's a better shot stopper, a bit more commanding, not as good with his feet, but like Ben said a few weeks ago, you don't really have to be that good with your feet. All you got to do is be able to distribute the ball. And I think Mendy, for me, I'd keep him over Kepa 100%. 100%.
Cool. I got Mendy as well. I can't let Mendy going into sell immediately. That one's definitely going to happen, in my opinion, and I think he's just fallen off a cliff, to be honest. It is what it is. Save for 2021 and everything, and we just move from there. Who's next? Fata, you have Chukwuemeka. What are you doing with Chukwuemeka?
I would keep him just because I just think he's going to be good in the cup games.
Carney, good old Chuck.
Yeah, big up Chuck. Wish he had a bit more game time this season.
Yeah,
but I think we'll still see a lot more of him in a Chelsea shirt, so I'm fine with whatever happens with him. Right, Ben, do you have Datro Fofana? What are you doing with Fofana?
Keep him, brother.
Would you keep or potentially loan?
No, I'd keep him. Backup option. Oh, actually, Broya comes back, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's the thing.
I'd say loan then. I'd probably say loan.
Yeah, I'd like to see him have a lot more game time. Keep him in the Premier League, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd like to see him get a good number 2 like strikers this season. Maybe even start a few games if Havertz falls off again. Just sort of show what he can do. But he's obviously for like a future signing, so get him in the loan army and see what progresses from there.
I think keep him in the Prem, keep him in London. Say like a Crystal Palace kind of team, Brentford, some of the lines of that. Just keep him there, give him a good season, see what he's got in them the season after. I'm sure.
Give him to Millwall when they go up.
Millwall? Oh my life! We don't want to do them any favours,
Man
mate.
said
You know what you're on
Millwall,
about
you know.
there?
Oh, of course you
Millwall.
do.
What? No,
No,
way,
it's
mate.
Millwall.
No chance.
Loan them Mendy or something. Actually, no, that wouldn't work out. Loan them Kepa. Yeah, that would be better. Ben caught the reference. Right. Who's next? Yeah, Kev, we're staying with you. Brozier. We're on to Brozier now. What are you doing with
I'm
Brozier?
split in the middle. Split in the middle of this one. I think it all depends on how he comes back from his injury. Because end of the day, ACL injury, you need time to come back. You know. So if he came in pre-season, he wasn't 100%. Maybe a 6-month loan deal to get his confidence back up. Or say if he came back pre-season and he was fully ready to go, like we said, start of the season, I'd keep. So I'd say keep at all costs, but just depending on his mindset, his confidence, and how his knees hanging in.
You got him at keep at all costs. Fair enough. I think with a 4-year contract, no one's buying him with the ACL anyway. We need to see what he's like on the pitch first.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm fine with that. It's back to me. Who do I have? Conor Gallagher.
There you go.
Yeah, you know what? Finally, someone that's not easy to pick. Right, Gallagher. Hasn't really wowed me. I can't lie. I think he is a little bit of a road runner. I need to see a bit more technical ability from him. I'm in between loan. Oh, no, that's Mount. Get out of it. I'm in between loan or sell if we get a good offer. And
I'd sell.
Or sell him.
Sell if we get a good offer.
Somewhere here, but I'll realistically probably put him at sell immediately. Because I ain't seen enough from him.
Wow. Not even last chance. It's his first season.
Deep, that.
Mr. Lewis, you get 2 seasons to prove it to me, is already selling Mr. Gallagher on the first season.
You know what? Maybe it's a little bit harsh. Maybe it's
you got to get him in last chance. For you. Like, I want him in keep, but for you,
I'd say if you get a good offer,
I don't know with this guy because I said the same thing with Koulibaly, but I've got him in sell immediately too. Even Obba's in that.
Yeah, but Obba's
I
been
don't know.
squads.
You know what? I'd loan him.
Okay, I'll
I don't think he's not good enough to play for us, but maybe send him to another league club, and maybe we might see a bit more. But I haven't seen enough from him to want him in the squad next season.
Millwall.
If they go up, go for it. That'll be fun.
Millwall. Don't mention the name. It's shit. That's what we call Millwall. Shit.
Listen. All we care about is Chelsea, so let's continue.
Out of Chelsea. Fatta, you have Minerals Mount.
Lord have mercy.
Do it.
It's been weird this season because it's been underperforming a lot in certain games, and I've just seen the rumors a lot last few weeks. You know, the Tuchel rumors, Liverpool, and that. I would sell him if we get a good offer.
There we go.
Sell if we get a good offer. You know what? Fair enough. Yeah. 1 year left in his contract. See it. Same position as Kovacic.
Keep at all costs, man. You've got to keep him at all costs.
You'd keep at all costs.
Keep Mount at all costs, mate.
This is going to be upsetting some people in the
Chelsea through and through. Chelsea through and through.
I hear it, but I need good performances. I think he's just been terrible the last year and a bit. Personally, it's just that's been my thing with him. But yeah, if the performance was better, maybe I put him a bit higher. But for now, it's like nah. Is what it is.
It's gonna. I will say this. It's gonna upset some people by the time this video is gonna be uploaded.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Mount's got to stay, man.
I can't wait for it.
I don't think he does, though. I don't think he does. I think he's going to end up at Liverpool.
No, you got to think, lads. Yeah, only 2 years ago was looking at one of the best players in the Prem consistently, assists, goals, and obviously, yes, he has fell off the last few months. There's got to be a reason for it, and we can still see that player that we've seen a couple of years ago. There's no need, and obviously, if we're looking at Declan Rice. Do you think Declan Rice is going to want to come if we get rid of him? I don't think
Rice is coming anyway, bro. I think he's going Arsenal.
Yeah.
Like,
Honestly,
I get what you're saying. Like, we have seen a brilliant Mason Mount, but players just regress. And to me, all I've seen from Mount is just a regression over the last 2 seasons. I don't think it's gonna turn around for him. Contract situation isn't helping. I don't think he's going to get the wages that he wants, and I think he's gonna leave as a result. Just is what it is. Is what it is.
That's the thing.
Go on, Fata.
It's just like the rumors has been circulated a lot that even Tuchel would want him in Bayern Munich, apparently.
No. I don't think Tuchel. I think here's the thing with the Bayern links. We will be linked. We will have every Chelsea player linked to Bayern before the end of the window because it's an easy article to write. Oh, Tuchel likes him. He's worked with him before and all of that stuff. I don't think we're going to see a lot of players go to Bayern. I really would be surprised. We're 10th in it. We're 10th.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe not. But yeah, let's run through the rest of these. Ben, you have N'Golo.
Oh, big up my birthday twin. Big up my birthday.
Yeah, it's his birthday too.
Big up the March 29th special. Big up Kante. Keep him at all costs.
All right, cool. Kante keep at all costs. So we got to re-sign him as well for that to happen.
Yeah, give him the contract.
Kev, you have Hakim Ziyech. What are you doing with Ziyech?
I'll literally drive to Cobham, pick him up, put him in the back of my car, and drive him to anywhere he wants to fucking go. That's how much I want that guy at the club, man.
Just not
The
Paris.
guy is just so disrespectful to the club. You know, when he was going to PSG, I was so fucking happy, and then when the deal brought down, I was like, "We've got a." And then when he started the game after, I was like, "Wow, his attitude stinks. Doesn't want to be here."
Well, you can see why his attitude did.
Yeah.
Like, he basically got told he wasn't wanted, and they messed up the paperwork. That how demoralising is that for a player? I mean, all right, he's got money and probably had a party of his lifetime at Hakimi's house, but even then, like, he got stuck in Paris and then got expected to play. Like, I would have a stinky attitude if my club didn't want me.
His attitude before all of that, his attitude before it was shocking. But he just doesn't want to beat Chelsea. You can see it. So, you know, he'd be one of the first. Him and Aubameyang could be the first ones on the list to be gone. Literally, just get him gone. Don't want to be here. See you later.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hear that. I think I have the last one because the rest are all just new signings and loanies. Yeah, Malo Gusto, Bettinelli, Andre Santos, Lukaku, So actually, no. We'll throw Lukaku into the mix. We'll throw Lukaku. That would be worth a discussion. The rest is like, yeah, we'll leave that. So Graham Potter,
last chance, I'd say.
Really?
The only reason
you want him out like in Man City.
I hold my hands up. I wanted the guy gone. After Man City, I was done with him. Bruv, no, hear me out. Who's going to take this job now? Who's going to take the Chelsea job right now? Give him to the end of the season. See if he can actually prove himself. He's on a bit of a winning run. No, we're 3 games undefeated at the moment. I know when you mention that as Chelsea, it's mad. Like getting excited when you're on a 3-game run. But the season we've had so far, we would pray to be on a 1-win run, let alone this run that we're on. All right, we dropped points against Everton, but I think give Potter till the end of the season at least, because who else would take this job right now?
Nagelsmann is just left Bayern.
But Nagelsmann's waiting until the summer too.
Lewis Enrique as well. You got Lewis Enrique as well.
Give Potter to the end of the season. See what he can do.
He's not good enough, mate.
If he flops, then we know you can get rid of him. And then we have a new summer project incoming. But why would you literally sack a manager in the middle of the season to hire another manager just to sack him again? At least give him to the end of the season, see what he's actually building. Because now he's found the formation that works for him, which is the one we used against Dortmund, the 3 at the back.
And he's still making mistakes. This is the thing.
But who's going to take this job right now? Like, if we cash in and try and go for a manager now, who would have that? Cash in on a manager in the summer. Cash in on a manager in the summer. I'm not saying keep him at all costs. I'm saying give him a last chance at least to the end of the season.
Only because I don't think he's getting sacked.
He won't.
I'll be with you on that one.
And that's
But
why
for
I
me
said,
personally,
the
I'd
manager in
get
the
rid.
summer. Yeah,
I'd
find
get
him under the summer. That's what I'm not saying keep. I'm not
But-
saying keep him, and I'm not saying give him like a 10 million.
Actually, tell a lie. I've just deeped the fixtures that we have. I don't trust him to get us through that. I'd rather trust somebody else. Like, I know we'd say the same thing with Lampard, like back in the day, but then Tuchel came in and managed to get us through tough games. I believe a quality manager would be able to get us through the run of fixtures that we have coming up. Hell, it would take Nagelsmann. I would take Flick. I would take literally anybody until the end of the season that could be a little bit more stable and have better game management. Because this is my thing with Potter. He just makes brain dead errors. You know, the ones where you're thinking, I'm a fan. I shouldn't know as much as you do. But I'm looking at some of the decisions that you make and I'm thinking, what are you doing? And then they don't work out. Like Tuchel, for example, he'd have lineups. He'd make decisions where it's like, what are you doing? Why are you playing this guy? Why are you playing like Werner? Why are you playing like I don't know, this guy or that guy or this guy, for example? And then we go and get a win. And they'd be a part of the win as well. So it'd be like
problem solving, elite problem solving skills. It's an elite problem solver. That's what it was. Compared to
Potter isn't that. That's my only thing.
He's not.
So I don't know. I can't. I need to see more. I need to see a lot more. I was on that. I would have agreed with you if it wasn't for that Everton mistake. If it weren't for the Everton game. That Everton game told me that even in spite of the right formation, Graham Potter will balls it up. So now it's like, I just don't have faith. But last and least, I was going to say but not least, but definitely least. Fata, you have Lukaku. What would you like to do with the guy?
Sell him. Sell him immediately to MLS.
Can I request a new category?
What's the category?
Erase from Chelsea FC history.
Tell you what we will do is
just call it Romelu Lukaku.
We're gonna add a row below. We're just gonna call it Lukaku, and he can go in there. No, we're not having anything bright there either. So,
snake, absolute snake. Stay away from us. Be erased from our history. You deserve no part of it. Any trophy you won last season, any final you played in last season's invalid. Just go away. We don't want to hear our club's name in your mouth ever again, you treacherous, stupid snake. Piss off.
Big facts. I don't think anybody here wants to think of a scenario where we get Lukaku back in and it works or
I'd keep him at all costs, personally.
What?
I'd keep him at all costs.
No, you wouldn't.
You're taking a piss.
No, you wouldn't.
You couldn't even keep a straight face with that. Right, let's roll through this one more time before we wrap up. So at keep at all costs, we have Madueke, Badiashile, we have Chalobah, Felix, Chilwell, Silva, Mudryk, James, Sterling, Fofana, Chukwuemeka, Enzo, Broja, and Kante. Havertz is at last chance. We have Hutchinson, Gallagher, Fofana, and Lewis Hall at loan. Mount, Kovacic, Ruben, and Cucurella to sell if we get a good offer. Koulibaly, Pulisic, Aspi, Cho, Aubameyang, Zakaria, Kepa, Mendy, Ziyech, and Potter to sell immediately. And below that, we have Lukaku just by himself.
Snake.
Let us know what you're saying in the comment section below. Let me know if you agree or disagree with any of the ratings that we've put out. Wasn't really a lot of topics to get into in today's show, but we still managed to keep it a little bit interactive. Do hope you guys have enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys are saying. Check out everybody's socials. The names are literally just below our heads. And yeah, big up everybody. Like, subscribe, and as always,